Yo, what's up? It's Nate. Welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, man. The views are consistently climbing, and I appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up, man, to make this channel get to where it needs to be. So let's get into it right here. First, just like anything else, my client right here, Mr. Martin, he's working on his wave, so he already got it laid down. Came in with the rag on his head, so we just gonna get them right here and comb them waves out like I would do anybody else. So we're going wavelength. We're going with a 1 over the top. And we're just going to lay them down real smooth, like, and take our time. And one thing about, any client, you don't really have to have waves, but waves specifically, in that crown, man, you got to use your corners. Use your corners and just, spin that tread around and hit it at different angles. And once you get everything laid down and everything to, that specific length that you got, whatever guard that you got on, that's when you go in, and that's when you just, you rep it out and keep combing to make sure you get everything, at that desired length. Mr. Martin, he wanted a shadow fade. So we have our Cordless Andis Masters right here. And we're just going to go in. We're going to set that first guide level in. And we talked about this in my last videos. You want to set your guide levels in. I don't care what type of haircut it is. You have to set it, to complement your client's head. And like I said, it's a particular cut. Yes, your client wants, and he may show you a picture, he may show you this. But no two people are the same. So it's up to us to use our barber eye and to see what complements our clients the best. I'm going to share something with you. And Mr. Martin, he's a darker skinned client. But it's not so much as his skin as it is his hair. His hair is not black. It's like a sandy black. Like it has like a mix of brown in it, and it almost matches his skin. And during this fade, his fade kind of disappeared on me because it's the same color as his skin tone. And a lighter skin client, a fade shows up more than a darker skin client. But that's not an excuse to leave any dark spots or anything like that. You want to be consistent no matter if, like I said, that darker or lighter skin client, like you want that fade to be perfect, whether you have a dark skin client or a light skin client, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I say that to say this. I'm going to go ahead and put a lineup in before I even finish this fade. And that just goes to show that lineup brings that fade out that much more. And I just use that right there, that one skill. I use that to make sure that I'm putting the details that he needs in his head. I'm not using it as an excuse that I can get away with a half done fade because his skin is darker. No, I went ahead and lined them up so I can see where the details at and I can get them all the way in. We started off with no guard with the lever open. That was my first guide level. And as I was just talking, then I just put a 1 guard on, and I went from top to bottom, which means I went ahead and blended out that bulk. I had the lever open. And then as I blended that part, I just closed my lever as I went down to go ahead and blend that midsection out. And I'm using a comb because the hair is already trained to lay down, as you can see. And so I'm just picking it up wherever I need the hair to stand up so I can get those details in. All right, this is the step right here. I'm gonna go ahead and line him up. His hair is the same color as his skin. And after I put that 1 guard on and did my fading, I didn't want to go with the 0.5 because I couldn't see the fade anymore. And this lineup is going to bring that fade out so I can put my 0.5 on and I can go ahead and just master this blend right here. You can also use the lineup first technique for congruency. Congruency means in agreement or in harmony, and no sides of the heads are the same. That's what makes you a master barber, that you can take something imperfect and make it agree. You can take something imperfect and make it be in harmony. So use the lineup first technique if you're having trouble with congruency, making each side of the fade look the same. Got my gold Babyliss FXs right here getting the job done. And you want to zero gap these, but the thing about these, you don't have to zero gap them very close. It's all about the usage. They have a time to where they break in and you'll be able to tell. So yeah, keep using them, keep them oiled, for longevity with your blade, and they're gonna be good to you. To all my beginners, newer barbers, just now finding your rhythm or wherever you at in it, don't be flipping and flopping clippers, man. Find you a set of clippers that suits you, that's your style, your type of clipper. And I got a video, I'm gonna leave the link in the description below, called Don't Buy Cordless Clippers. Go check that video out. I go on more into depth about that. And you can never, you're trying to master the cut already. Why would you change your clippers up and trying to figure out the clippers while you trying to figure out the haircut? That don't make sense. And for the beginner, it's best to go with a corded clipper. Go watch that. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below. All right, let's get into this front line up. Just making sure my curves are straight right here. And the thing about a lineup, I talk about it all the time. We go in for a rough draft first. You want to size it up with a rough draft, and you just want to get something. So we're going to tap at them vertical bars. We're not trying to get it perfect at all. We're just trying to get something. We're trying to get a base. And so we're going to tap, size up, tap again, and come back around. And then when you come to that front, you want to start in the middle. And whichever one you pick, you can go all the way to the left, come back to the middle, and go all the way to the right. Or you can do the opposite. You just want to get something. You want to hit the farthest hair down. You want to preserve those hairs, and that's what a sloppy copy is doing. Once you get your sloppy copy done, that's the most that I can guide you as far as do this, do that. After that, you using your barber eye, you using your barber skills. Use your mirror to see, get a true glance of where you at. Stay true to your taps. It's not even a centimeter, you know what I mean? You want to make sure, and this where it comes in, knowing your tools and understanding what your tools can do. And so put it all together and make that line come out even. You got it. Don't overplay it. Don't overthink it. Continue to have confidence in your skills. And know that one day you're going to be doing this, and you ain't even have to think about it. It's just going to be automatic. It's coming, I promise you. All right, lineup almost finished, and we getting ready for the grand finale. This 0.5 right here, man. For real, I get excited, man, when it all come together, and you should too, man. You should get excited, man. Every step matters. You can't be lacking on now step, because if you do, you gonna put the whole haircut in debt, and you gonna see it. You know what I mean? You can't shortcut nothing. Every step matters up until the haircut is finished. You have to be like that. And this 0.5 is working this magic right here, man. You just want to keep looking in your mirror, looking at your dark spots, man, and making sure that clipper is cutting hair. We talk about knowing your tools and understanding your tools, man. Some of these tools out here is trash, I tell you. Don't keep cutting with a clipper if it's not performing or not giving you the type of haircut that you looking for. Go to another clipper. Don't waste your time. Definitely, if you're putting in the time to learn the skills and techniques like you're doing right now, some clippers just don't be for you. It's not your brand. The brand is not for you. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and blend the bottom neck taper right here, and just get them all the way in the game, man. I saved it for last, no reason. Sometimes I do that, and you'll do the same too. You'll have your ways, and you won't really know how to explain why you saved it for last. You just did, man. And that's when you get into your flow. That's when you have an understanding about your craft and what you doing, man. I can't explain why I left it to the end, but I just did, and this cut is clean, I'm telling you. What's about to happen right now, man, I'm about to double back, and this is where the magic really happens. It's a detail session, and I'm just looking in my mirror, and I'm looking back at the fade, and I just put that, I believe that's a 0.5. Yeah, that's a 0.5. And I'm going back in for my details, and looking in the mirror and just hitting, man. This is where you really make your haircut come alive. It's the second time around because you got the line up. You don't went and put in, you don't got rid of all that bulk. Like, you can see literally everything, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing hiding, it's no crazy bulk in the way of anything. And you just smoothing out your foundation, going from, fading up to, fading down, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing right now, and just smoothing it out and just making sure that thing crispy, making sure that thing hidden like it need to, you know what I mean? It's a must that you go back for the details, it's not an option, you know what I mean? Like, I done had times to where, I done went through my steps and I go back for details, and it wasn't really none to go for. And I still had some time, and I went ahead and went for the details anyway. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make this haircut thing, fly off his head. You know what I mean? So it's like, this thing is however far you want to take it. However much energy you got for it, man. That's what it's gonna be, and that's what life is in general. You know what I mean? This thing is for the taking. You know what I mean? If you don't get tired, man, and you love it and you want to do it, man, hey, the sky's the limit for you in life, period. And whatever you doing, we going back for the details right here with the lineup. Like I said before, we went in with that sloppy copy, and that was good. That was straight. And now, we trying to put them in the game. We going back for the details. And I said, you got to use your barber eye. And right here, that's what I'm doing. I'm using my barber eye. And in the beginning, I put the line up in 2C to fade. Now we going in and we putting the line up in. This is a full-blown detail session. And I know I'm doing this tutorial, probably different from anybody you probably heard it for. This is how I really cut. I'm not going in a manner as far as like, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3. I'm not doing that because that's not how I cut. That's not who I am. That's not how I am. I'm showing you it in a way of how I look at it, and I want you to see in a way that you look at it. I want you to get your flow. I want you to get, yourself together. And it don't even gotta be barbering, you know what I mean? I want you to find your own self in anything and everything that you doing in life. It's a flow, it's a technique, you know what I mean? And if you just going through it, with no type of intentions or whatever, that job or whatever you doing might not be for you. You need to find something that you can put some emphasis in, that you can put some heart in, that you can go your hardest and feel accomplished. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you need to go for. That's really when you start to live life, and that's what I want to show you right here. That's why I'm not going in any in particular order. That's, a 1, 2, 3 ABC. We got that razor out right here, and we just stretching the skin. And you want to stretch that skin. You want to hold that razor at a 45-degree angle. And just like I've been talking about razors and clippers and all this, it's about your flow. And it takes a minute, as a beginner. You can use some shaving gel. You can use something to help you, get more of a slick surface so you can find your flow. But when I first started out using a razor and got serious about it, I used my 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I don't do it anymore because it's really locked in, and that's how it's gonna be for you. But 1, 2, 3 strokes, keeping it 45 degree and stretching that skin is gonna help you find your flow. And even when it comes to the face, it can be difficult because people got more coarse facial hair, more coarse hair in general, and so that can mess your rhythm up. And that's why you want to use a shaving gel, and you want to find your rhythm. And pretty soon you won't really need no shaving gel. It won't be mandatory unless you just want to use some, and you'll find that flow. But start off with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that, and make sure you getting your strokes in, you know what I mean? Like longer strokes, 1, 2, 3, like that. And slow down, be observant. Definitely where I'm at, right there behind the ear. You want to You can't just throw this thing around because it's sharp. Whatever you tap on, land on, it's gonna cut it. And so with saying that, get your flow, find your flow, get comfortable with it, take your time. For some reason, I didn't speed this part up. Definitely would have been a shorter video if I would have, but I'm gonna leave it in there just to show y'all, just to give y'all an example. You know, this is how I actually move, and that's what it's here for. It's here for you to take it and use it. So man, y'all take it and y'all use it. And this the cut right here. And you can see how his hair kind of, you know, it blends in with his skin, and it has like that tint on it, that brown tint. And yeah, he clean. He ready to wave up. Yup, line crispy. Mr. Martin, he ready to go, man. But yeah, that's it, y'all, man. I'm out of here, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Leave a comment below. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.